Today, I'll be taking you with me through an emotional journey that I recently just went through, delving deep into the crucial yet very often overlooked connection between sleep and trading success. Specifically, I'll be explaining how getting enough quality sleep can significantly boost your performance as a full-time trader, as it did mine. Plus, I'll also touch on some insights from the fascinating book, Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. And of course, to finish off, I'll be going through my top 3 tips to how you can get started. First, let's rewind just a bit to a time when I was still on the funding trial basis here at Axia Futures. The pressure was incrementally intensifying, and my quality of sleep really did start to dwindle as I was finding myself basically caught in that relentless cycle of sleepless nights and stressful days. All the while, externally away from the office, I was having to juggle with many external issues that were, unrelated to the office, but of course, outside family issues that are always going to be there, right? And at the same time as trying to deal with that, still trying to push to improve my trading performance and hit my targets. As the demands of trading intensified, so too did my exhaustion. And of course, the stress. And the lack of sleep almost knocked me out of the game entirely. Now, in those earlier days, I was convinced that success in trading required round-the-clock dedication. The more hours I put into anything, especially analyzing the markets, working on my performance, studying the charts, debriefing, the whole shebang, the better trader I would become, right? And this is right to a certain extent. Of course, we need to pour ourselves into it. We need to go all in. I was always first in, last out, trying to always do that, trying to gain as much as I can, not waste any time and sacrificing so much for. But there's one thing that I have to be aware of, and that there is a ceiling. And that was a ceiling that I hit, and it hit me hard. For me, every day was starting to blur into the next as I was poring over the charts and data, my mind consumed by that relentless pursuit of perfection. But the reality was far from what I expected. The more I pushed myself, the further I started to slip into a downward spiral. Thus, within my trading, my decision making was becoming really erratic. I was struggling to maintain focus during the trading sessions themselves, and my emotional resilience was at such an all-time low, pushed to its limits. It was in those darkest moments that I knew something had to give. The balance, the scales were completely out of whack, out of balance. So, exhausted and on the brink of burnout, I realized that the change needed to be made. And that is when I was able to sit down and have a chat with Alex Hayward, who, as you all know, is the co-founder and head of strategy here at Axia Futures. And I turned to his wisdom, who, after a very deep conversation about what were my routines, what were my issues, and the frustration that I was going through at the time, he directed me to a book by Matthew Walker, as I mentioned in the intro of this video, called Why We Sleep. Now, Alex's suggestions for this book were already becoming somewhat of a revelation, shining a light onto the profound impact sleep really does have, on every aspect of our lives. So I sought out the book on the same day. And of course, as I opened it and got into it, it really opened my eyes to that profound impact that sleep has, but also more specifically on our cognitive function, our emotional stability, and as we all know, our overall health. Now, in the book, Walker explains that sleep is not just about resting our bodies like it's a luxury, but as a necessity, nourishing our minds and souls. It's essential for memory consolidation, learning, and of course, emotional regulation, all of which, as we know, are crucial elements for a successful trader. Now, REM sleep, or REM sleep in particular, plays such a crucial role in problem solving and creativity, which are also pivotal and essential skills for navigating the complexities of trading. Armed with this newfound knowledge, I set out to make the change and realign my priorities and establish a regular routine to help me get back on track, improve my trading performance, and of course, help balance my life. And slowly but surely, I began to feel the change and weight lift from my shoulders. Here's some of the things that I did. I set a regular sleep schedule. I started going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. I also created a relaxing bedtime routine, and this included things like winding down with a book before bed, meditating, and ensuring to avoid screens and that blue light an hour before sleeping. And finally was to optimize my sleep environment, making my bedroom cool, especially in Cyprus now. The evening's getting a lot warmer, so I needed the rooms to be cool, dark, and of course quiet. I also invested in a new comfortable mattress and of course some pillows. The transformation was nothing short of miraculous, and the results, well, to be quite frank with you, astounding. With each night of improved restful sleep, my mind was growing sharper and my decision making more precise. I could process information far more quickly and accurately, staying calm under pressure, and overall just make better trading decisions. My emotional resilience also soared, and I was able to handle the ups and downs of trading with a clear mind, as well as balance and not let the outside distractions interfere with my trading career. I was finally able to basically rediscover the joy of trading, no longer burdened by those shackles of exhaustion and stress. So if you're looking to add an extra edge to your trading, especially if some of these things that you heard about my own personal journey are relatable to you, I can't stress enough the importance of prioritizing sleep. It's not just about the hours that you put into studying the markets and working with trading edges, but also about how well you can rest and rejuvenate your mind and your body. Take the time to recharge, because you're going to be able to watch your trading career be allowed to further grow and reach new heights. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to give you some free tips that are going to be able to help get you started in that first step in the right direction. And that is, number one, prioritize your sleep. Aim to really try and get that 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. It's so vital. Second, have a regular routine. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule of the times that you go to bed and what you do before going to bed. Avoiding that blue light, reading a book, meditating, whatever it works for you. And finally, that third point and tip is having a healthy sleep environment. Ensure that your sleeping environment is conducive to rest. Also, I highly recommend reading the book Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. It's an eye-opener and provides deep insights into why sleep really is the foundation of not just trading success, but overall health and well-being. So if you're looking for a new book to get into, definitely one that I would recommend. Mastering the market starts with mastering your sleep. If you want to find out more about developing your edge to benefit your trading career, hit the link in the description box below to join our free webinar. Happy trading.